Hello, hello, hello. It is Sunday. You're at Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. I am Julie Salva. Look at me. I still got my church clothes on. And normally I am not live on Sunday. I am not here on Sunday, but this is a big week. It's a big week. It is the Santa's Workshop Craft Along. And I thought, you know what? The Craft Along deserves a live. It deserves to be kicked off with a live. It does not deserve to be kicked off with a recording. So I am here. I am live. I may be by myself, and that's okay. But I feel as if a couple of people will hop on. So let me tell you about a craft along, in case you don't know what a craft along is. A craft along is an event that a couple of things are consistent. One, I partner with other demonstrators. I actually love craft alongs because I get to make projects that other demonstrators have designed and then teach them to you. So I love doing that. So I partner with other demonstrators. And for this craft along, I've partnered with, oh my goodness, let's think. Rhonda Wade, Erica Serwin, Melissa Faust, Deb Smeek, and Ange McKay. So I'm super excited about that because you guys, they are so good. They are such good creators. And then they let me, I just bring the fun. I bring the fun. So I get to partner with them, and then I get to stamp with you. So the craft along works like this. You can follow along with everything that I'm doing. You can take notes. You can do all of the things. Some of you pre-ordered a kit to craft along, and you actually have all the supplies to craft along with me. In fact, I want to show you guys something. We always try to do like a little fun thing. So in this kit, we included some of the ribbon, a little bit of candy, the gems, and some things like that in these super cute elf drawers. How cute are those? Some people actually thought I made these. And y'all, I will tell you, I'm not lying when I say the only crafting I know how to do is paper crafting. I could not have made these if you paid me. But someone paid Amazon and someone made them there. And so how cute are they? And so when you open it, there's plenty of room and each leg has room. So we always try to do like a fun little surprise that includes something that will make you smile when you open your package. For those of you who pre-ordered, you got all of the cardstock. You got a half a package of the ornamental. In fact, I'll show it to you right there. You got a half a package of the, what's it called? Modern Christmas DSP. You've got a half a package of the Tags and More 6x6 DSP. You've got a roll of the green and white chevron ribbon. You got a package, I've used mine, of the Dear Dots gems. You got a roll of basic beige ribbon. We were going to include the gold stripe mesh, but unfortunately the gold stripe mesh is not available until February. We didn't think you wanted to wait that long. So we subbed it out with basic beige, so you got that. You got a half a sheet of gold foil, a half a window sheet, half a sheet of vellum. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that kit. Plus you got the 32-page tutorial. What? The 32-page tutorial. So you got that as well. Now, for those of you right now who are thinking, I missed out on elf pants. What in the world? Well, you did miss out on elf pants. That's true. But there are ways that you can get your hands on that tutorial, and I'll talk about those in a little bit. So I'm going to say hi to some friends over here. Tammy says, I'm creative too. Thank you, Tammy. I'm not above fishing for compliments. Am not above it. We'll do it all day long. Tammy Bit. Thank you. Lee from Franklin, Kentucky. Lisa, Pat. Yay, guys. I'm glad y'all are here. So are you ready to get started? Because it's going to take us a minute. Here's what we're going to do. We've got 12 projects. No, we're not doing all 12 right now. We're going to do 2. So I've got 6 days. We're going to do 2 projects. Now, I will be live for the majority of them. Today I'm live. Monday I'm live. Tuesday I'm live. In fact, these are going to be the Tuesday projects. And if you've not been here before, what you may not know is that every Tuesday I go live at 2 o'clock with 2 projects. That's why it's called TWO. SDAY, Tuesday. So this will take the place of that. Wednesday may be live, and all the lives will be at 2 o'clock. We'll just keep it simple. Here's the thing. Now, Mr. Mark will love me sharing this with all of the internet. He is having a colonoscopy on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. That is either brilliant or a horrible move, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I'm leaning toward brilliant, though. If all goes well, which I anticipate it will, Wednesday will be live as well. Maybe a recording, though. We'll just have to see. Thursday for Thanksgiving will be a recording. Friday, not sure. I'm not sure yet. So anyway, so that's kind of where it stands, but I will be communicating here in the Stamp and Shine page so you guys know everything that's going on. But as much as I can be live, I will be, because I just enjoy being with y'all. So that's what we have. Linda's going to dinner at 4:30. Very nice. Tammy, yeah, I responded back to you. Thanks for hopping in. Sharon loves me. Thank you. And hi, Terry. Okay, we got to get busy. We got to get busy because we're going to be here all day if not. And I'm actually, this is fun. Okay, I just said I got to get busy, but I do want to tell y'all, tonight, Mark and I are going to the life group that we lead at church, young adults. They are so awesome, 20s, early 30s. We're going to a nursing home to sing hymns with them. So, I got to get out too. Anyway, all right, let's go. Close your eyes. I'm going to move the phone. Tammy, you're new, so you don't know. I have the tech skills of, I don't even know, a hobbit, maybe. I don't know if hobbits have good tech skills or not. So, but that's what I have. They're not great. All right. So we will go. I'm going to go down here a little bit more so you guys can see. I will remove my Altoids. Those things, get them out of the way. I have my computer here. I have my hands here. Perfect. We're good. Okay. So we are going to start today with Melissa Faust projects. Okay. Melissa's projects. And they're really great. All of Melissa's things are great. I love making her projects. Melissa has 2 projects. So let me ask you this. Do you want to start with the card or do you want to start with the box? Do you want to start with the card or do you want to start with the box? I'm looking at comments, and if I don't see a comment, I will make an executive decision. Card box, card box, card box. Okay, I'm making a decision. I'm going to start with, oh, Linda did it. Linda, and then Katie did it too. Well, you know what? I'm going to start with the box. We're going to get the box out of the way. All right, Linda, I love you, but I want to start with the box. Okay, so let me show it to you. You guys are going to love it. It is so stinking cute. So this is the box, and it's just as a little slider, and then we can see the ornament coming through there. And I'm just thinking there's such cute things that you can put in here. So let me show you how to make it. So these are the pieces that you will need. Okay, you will need a piece of, and if you're going to take notes, take notes. Don't forget the tutorial will be available to you, and there's a couple ways that you can get it. Thick white. Okay, the thick white. The thick white is cut to 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, share, thanks. 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. You will need a piece of garden green cardstock. This is cut to 3 1/4 by 9. 3 1/4 by 9. Okay. You will need a piece of shaded spruce cardstock. This is cut to 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. All these dimensions are in the tutorial. Okay. I'm just telling them to you now in case you don't have it. You will need a piece of designer series paper from the Tags and More. Now remember, if you bought the Craft-A-Lawn kit, you have a half a pack. This is the one that Melissa chose. That's the back of it, okay? But you can pick what you want, but it's going to be cut to 3 by 3, okay? Now, the 2 sets that we're going to be featuring all throughout this Craft-A-Lawn are Festive Friends and Ornamental Christmas. And sometimes we even use them together, okay? So let me get some light on this here. So, we kind of use a little bit from one, a little bit from the other, but we won't use anything that is not from these 2 sets or bundles. So if you have these bundles, pull them out, okay? We're going to use these. And the green and white chevron, that's not even a word. That's a horrible name for ribbon, chevron ribbon. But the chevron ribbon is a great name. So we're going to use the green and white chevron ribbon today for both projects. Okay, so let's get going. Let's start with the white, the thick white. So let me put my glasses on for seeing close up. Let me get my paper trimmer. As a side note, while I get this paper trimmer handy, 2 things. One, I always want to come on and thank Nadine for sending me a score because, as you know, my scoring blade went into the abyss. However, the abyss returned my scoring blade to me the other day. How about that? I'm not using it though because I'm mad at him. Set it over here and use this one from Nadine. And Stampin' Up! Is having a Black Friday sale, okay? And that Black Friday sale begins, if somebody knows, put it down in here. It's either the 24th or the 25th, and I can't remember. I think it's the 24th. Anyway, I know that one of the items in that sale is going to be the paper trimmer. And if you have watched me for even a half a second, you know I love my paper trimmer. So I would encourage you, if you don't have one, or if you have one that you just kind of like, to put this on your wish list, okay? Because it will be on sale. So again, Stampin' Up! Will have that Black Friday special, and I'll let you guys know when it is. Sharon says it's the 25th. Hooray! Tony, I'm glad you found it. She didn't miss anything but the rambling, okay? All right, so here we go. So I've got my thick white cardstock. It's cut to 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. And I am now going to score it all the way around at 1 inch. So what's our saying? Park the dark. I've got my little cheat sheet here. And score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Let me bring this down just a little bit. That's good. Move that so it doesn't reflect too badly. Okay, so I'm going to score at 1 inch. Now, I like to use my 1 inch over here. It's just a personal preference, but it doesn't matter. Remember, you're using thick cardstock, so you can press down a little bit more firmly than you would if you were using designer series paper, for example. Okay, so I'm scoring it all the way around at 1 inch. And there we go. Let me do a little bit of trimming here. My paper snips. And let me go on and fold here and burnish. You guys know when I'm fancy, because I know there are new people here today. I use regular words like burnish, but when new people aren't new people anymore, I'm talking to you, Tammy, we use Julie words like it's time to bone fold. So there we go. So I've got all that done. Then I'm going to trim. I'm going to cut a slit right up to the score line, and I'm going to do it on all 4 of these. Now listen, opposites, okay? 1, 2, and then turn 3 and 4. I may come back and miter these edges. We'll just see how it folds up. One good thing, the tutorial has a graphic that shows you exactly where to cut. I am going to miter the edges. I can't help myself. The tutorial shows you exactly where to cut, exactly where to apply your adhesive and all of that. So it is helpful. But in the meantime, you have me. And what can we count on with me? We can count on me and you messing up together, but then fixing it, because that's what we're good at. Okay, one more here. Okay. All right. Good. So there's my box. I'm going to go on and set it aside now. We'll put it together here in a few minutes, okay? Let me now pull my garden green out. This garden green, remember, is already cut to 3 1/4 by 9. Now, I know I'm moving a little bit quickly here, so remember, you guys can always pause. You can come back to it again. You can use this as a resource when you pull your tutorial out to work on it that way. That's totally up to you, all right? So 3 1/4 by 9. Now I'm going to score, again, park the dark. We don't want to cut by mistake. I'm going to score at 3 1/4. Okay. 4 1/4. Then I'm going to open my arm up here. And this goes to 17 inches. Plus you add the other 1.5 inches here. You're going to get close to 19 inches here. So that's really good. 7 1/2. And 8 1/2. Okay, so again, I have scored at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2. Okay, so we'll put this up, and now I'm going to fold on my score lines and bone fold. Hope you guys have had a good day today. Hope you've had a good Sunday. Mark and I had a good Sunday. Went to church. I got to teach today. I love doing that. Taught from Ephesians 2. You being awesome. Listen to that. We went to lunch. Got Thai. We got Thai food. Do y'all like Thai food? I like it, and then I don't. Like, I have it, and then it's a while before I want it again. So, okay. So I've scored and I've folded here. Now, before we do anything else, I want you to know that this is the next step. Do you see this section here? Okay. This larger section here, and if you have the tutorial, you'll see the picture of it. But we see we've got the small fold here, this largest one here. That's what we're going to work with. You're going to take the shaded spruce that you've already cut to, well, look at me. You've already cut it. Did I cut this right? What did I say it was? I said it was 3 1/4. I think I actually pulled out a scrap. Let me measure this. You know what? I didn't. Look at me. See what I tell you. What did I tell you? Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting another piece. So make sure you cut right. Why am I such a dork? Oh my goodness. So make sure you cut right. Excellent, excellent tip for all of us here who like to paper craft. Do not be like the trained professional and cut wrong. So 3 1/4 by 9. Goodbye. Make sure I did it right. I did. Okay, now I'll score real quick. See, this gives you time to get caught up. Park the dark. 3 1/4. Good. Yay, Salva. 4 1/4. Can I tell you guys something here? Here's the thing. A mess up is not fatal. Y'all, this is just paper. This is paper, and there's always more paper. Always more paper. So, some of you who are new might be like, oh my gosh, she's live and she messed up. I bet she's mortified. Those of you who have been around a while know, she's not mortified. She's not mortified. She's just getting it all squared away. So, here we go. Back to this, fold, fold. All right, now we're right back where we started. So again, this longer section here, the larger section, this is what we want right here, okay? So now I'm going to take the shaded spruce that's 3 by 3, and I'm going to mat it right on here, okay? And you want to do this first, okay? So this is important, all right? So pay attention to this, okay? And it's only 1/8 of an inch border, so it's a narrower border. So we'll put that there, all right? Okay, I think I can move this down a little bit more for you guys. All right, good. Then we are going to take the Designer Series paper, okay? And we're going to cut the Designer Series paper, which we've already done to 3 by 3. So what we have here is 3 1/2, 3 1/8, 3 by 3. And we're going to adhere the Designer Series paper now too. Okay, so all of these pieces are adhered together before anything else is done. Okay, all right, good. So that's pretty, right? I like this because I rarely use shaded spruce, but I think the shaded spruce looks nice with the garden green. And when I've been playing with this tags and more paper, I did not use this print. I couldn't quite figure out what to use it for, but I think it's great here, and it's going to lead us into spring too. Okay. Next step. Now, this is what I don't like doing on camera because it just is loud and cumbersome. But I'm going to pull my little mini Big Shot out because what I'm going to do is take the ornament die, okay, from Ornamental Christmas. That's this die right here, okay? Tip, when you have extra pieces that you've already die cut, I just throw them in my case because then they're right there. So, Ornamental Christmas, and I am going to die cut all 3 of these pieces, okay? All 3 of them. I'm going to die cut that ornament. Okay. Now, I am going to grab my fancy, I will use it for scraps. Don't you worry about that, guys. Don't you worry about that. So I'm going to use my washi tape here, or it's not washi tape, it's Post-it note tape. But if you have washi tape or anything like that, I highly recommend using it when you're using your dies. Even if you're using, you know, we used to have a magnetic platform, and hopefully we will again one day. But I love the washi tape, or not washi tape, Post-it note tape. Okay, so I'm going to run it through, and I know you can't really see me do that right now, but you'll know what it looks like, and if you don't, you're going to be so excited when, oh my goodness, see, I told you guys it was loud. You're going to be so excited when it's finished, because you'll see, oh my word, the end product. Let's go, paper. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. I keep my little mini cut and emboss machine over here at my work desk for things like this. My larger one is across the hall, where I do a lot of my assembling, okay? So it got crumbled up in there, but it's not going to matter. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So now this comes out. This pops right out like so. So it's 3 pieces, okay? But it still comes out really nicely. Now you're going to want to keep this, okay? Because we're going to use it. But in the meantime, it is now time to make our sleeve. Okay, so on this little end here, this little 1/2-inch strip, I'm going to take what you know I love, tear and tape. And I'm going to put it here. Whenever, you guys know what I'm getting ready to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Whenever you are doing something, a box, or you're manipulating cardstock in a way that it's not meant to be manipulated, i.e. A 3D project, always use either tear and tape or stamp and seal. Always, always. Why always, Salva? Why can't I just use regular adhesive? Because eventually, I am telling you, that adhesive is going to come apart and your project is going to come apart. And you are going to be embarrassed because, listen to how firmly I'm talking to you. I sound like I'm talking to a child. You will be embarrassed. I'm pointing to you. You will be embarrassed when the person you gave that gift to is like, it fell apart. Okay? So, I've adhered that. We now have our sleeve. Okay? And we're going to make the box, but this is going to slide right over. So, remember that box? I said I was going to set it aside. We're pulling it back now. So, I am going to put, for this one, I'll use Stamp and Seal, just so you guys can see how that works. And this is Stamp and Seal Plus. This is what you want to use. You want to use the Plus. It's designed to be stronger than the regular Stamp and Seal. Also, you could use tear and tape here. Okay? Green glue. I know some of you guys love green glue. Green glue would hold as well. Okay, so I will adhere here. I will adhere there. There. And there. And just like that, I've got my box. So quick and easy. Boxes are nothing to be scared of. Nothing at all to be scared of. They're actually very easy to do. Now, you can certainly complicate it. As I think those of us who are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we can figure out a way to complicate just about anything. But boxes don't need to be one of those things. Remember this that came out of here? We're going to adhere it right inside this box. Okay? It's going to be so cute because you're going to kind of get to see it through the little window here. Now, I left out a step, but I'm not worried about it because I'm going to be able to fix it right now. Okay, so that's in there. The step here is that this includes a window sheet. Okay, it includes a little window sheet to kind of, here we go, to kind of cover up this indentation right here. Pull that out. Before we adhered this together, that would have been the time to do the window sheet, but it's not a problem. Because what I'm going to take my glue dots, which I would have done anyway. I highly recommend glue dots for window sheets. I'm just going to put a glue dot in each of these 4 corners. Look, that one wants to hop on there. It's like, hey, I want to come to the party. It can. It's not going to show. Glue dot and glue dot, okay? Can you see that? Yeah, good. Y'all can see that. And then I'm going to take this right here and just adhere it right in there. So that's not a problem. So now, see, I've got that window sheet in there. So you want to make sure that you do that as well. Okay? Now look how cute this is. Look how cute it's going to be. Slides right in there. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, you guys, how cute. No, we hadn't even decorated the outside yet. Hadn't even decorated the outside. That's going to make it even better. Okay? Oh, Linda, thanks. I'm glad you like that idea. Hey, Linda, you got 3 minutes and then you got to go to dinner. Okay, so let's decorate the outside real quick so Linda can see it. So using the Festive Friends dies, I have die cut this little, oh, actually, this one. No, using the ornamental Christmas dies, I've die cut this tree. Using Festive Friends, though, I've die cut this tag, and I've die cut this little like star, okay? So all of those things are going to go on the outside. Now, I haven't stamped anything yet, so let's do that real quick. I'm going to grab Real Red, and using Festive Friends, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, I'm going to stamp that right here. While I'm doing that, thanks, Kelly. While I'm doing that, put in the comments, what would you put in this box? What do you think? Please let me do this straight, please. What would you put in this box? Like, what kind of gifting thing? That's pretty good right there. We wish you a Merry Christmas. It's a little bit close, but not too bad. Okay? Normally, with a smaller die, I stamp first, and then I cut. But for y'all, what would you put in the box? Thanks, Carol. I think in this box, you could put candy. If you wanted to, you could put, I don't know, jewelry in the box, gift cards in the box, lots of things you could put in here. So this is going to go right down here. Okay. I am now going to use my most hated thing, green glue. Why do I hate green glue? Because I get it everywhere, but not to worry. I have my little fake silicone finger here that my friend Rhonda thinks is the weirdest thing ever. And so, of course, I had to send her some. These come off of Amazon. And if you don't like getting your finger sticky, which I don't, when glue, like spreads itself all around and it moves and, your fingers start getting sticky, if you have your finger protected by this silicone finger covering, hello, it is not a worry. Now, remember, it takes green glue a hot minute, okay? It takes green glue a hot minute to kind of grab hold. I'm going to slide the box out, actually, so I can do that. There we go. There we go. All right. If you want silicone finger covers, they're on Amazon. They're outstanding. Okay. And I will put some glue on this little star. This little joker is going to go right up here in this corner. And of course, you could decorate this however you want to decorate it. Okay. We're not quite done. Almost done. We still got a cookie. Yes, a cookie. Look at Terry, lipstick, candy, gum. Hershey's Candy Cane Kisses. Those would be cute because the red in there. In any of those Hershey's Kisses in the holiday colors would be cute. Okay. All right. 2 more things. I'm going to put some ribbons. We're going to do a bow. So guys, look. So that box took me, it didn't even take a half an hour, which you're like, a half an hour? That's long. But we've been talking and I've been babbling. I babble. So I'm working on that. But I feel like you guys are like my buddies and I haven't seen you in a while. And we get together to chat. This week, we're going to be together every day. So that's a lot. Welcome to Mark Salva's world. All right, I've done my bow. I'm going to use a glue dot to attach the bow. I do know that with the Stampin' Up! Black Friday sale, certain adhesives, see, that's what they've said. They've said select certain things like that. So I don't know exactly. Certain adhesives will be on sale. My hope is that glue dots are one of them because I really think that they're necessary. And I think you can never have too many of those. And then finally, the last thing we're going to do is, I would love if the Take a Pic tool was on sale. I want another one. Is it here? Some of the Real Red dots. And look at the different sizes, larger and smaller. Love that. Big fan of that. Over here. Okay. Look at there. We're done. We're done. There's the box. So I've got that box. Oh, bye, Linda. Enjoy your dinner. I've got that box ready to go to give to somebody. Super cute and really not hard. So let me know if you guys have any questions about the box. And I'm going to scoot everything for the box kind of off to the side and get ready to make the card with you. Okay. So let me look and see if I have any questions here. Nope. No questions. Ooh, Ghirardelli chocolates. That would be great too. You guys, this box is very handy. So you can do whatever you want to with the box. Now you know how to make it. All right, let's set it aside. Okay, card. We're going to make a card. So flipping gears here, switching gears for the card. Let me show it to you. So cute. So cute. So, and it's actually also very, very easy. Okay, so here's what you're going to need for the card. You are going to need, and see, I just kind of put everything in this envelope. Side note, those of you who got the Craft-A-Long kit, you have a little pocket here that has any generic die cuts. Okay, the die cuts that go with the bundles, you've got to do that on your own. But the generic die cuts, we've done. Any punches, anything like that. And the reason I tell you that is because for this one, you're going to use your soft seafoam small arch. So that's the 1-inch arch. So you're going to use that for this project. Okay, so a piece of black cardstock cut to 8.5 by 5.5, just your traditional card mat. Terry, question. I keep my handle in on my mini. Does yours ever come off? You know, if I lose the screw that holds it in there, it does come off. But I mean, you know, a more talented person would fix the screw. I just shove the handle back on there. So it doesn't come off though, unless that happens. So I don't know if that helps you or not. Then a piece, the Modern Christmas DSP, the black and white, fa la 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 la. You've got the metallic on that side. Okay. Can I tell you something? Okay, so I know this metallic is supposed to be like bushes, berries, holly, or whatever. To me, it looks like mosquitoes. Probably not the intent. Probably not the intent. So this is cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5, the exact same as the card. Normally, I do not like cut my DSP in big pieces like that. Normally, I'm like a kind of a DSP hoarder, but I kind of feel like I'm living on the edge, being like Melissa and doing this. So kind of sassy right now. So I adhered the fa la 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 to the front. Cher, what do I use to clean my stamps? Outstanding question. So you got 3 choices, okay? Back in the day, this is what we had, the Stampin' Scrub. And it's really pretty cool because on the one side, you have like right here, there's a little, I don't know if I can get to see it. Yeah, see that sun up there? Okay. And then over here, see the raindrops? So what you would do to clean a stamp is on one side, you have your cleaning spray. That's almost out. On one side, the one with the raindrops, you'd clean like that. On the other side, the one with the sun for dry, you'd go like that. I love this. I love it. I still have it. I still use it. But my space is a little bit limited here. This is kind of where I create. It's not where I mass produce. So it's kind of easy to just keep some wipes up here. These are wipes from my local grocery store, Publix. They're unscented. You want to get unscented. And honestly, the store brand works better than you only see mosquitoes. Store brand works better than a name brand on that. So I use those. And then the last thing that you can use, and I don't have one over here. I don't know, it's just not my favorite, is the chamois, the Stampin' Chamois. So you can use that. So that's what I used. You can only see mosquitoes. I know. I'm sorry, Kate. I've messed it all up for you. Okay, so here's what we've got here. Let's move on. So I've already cut these pieces. So I've got my arch. This tag is precious. It is included in the Festive Friends dies. We've cut that, and we're going to stamp on that joker in just a minute. I have also cut out a piece of garden green that is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay. I have cut out a coordinating piece of the Designer Series paper. One side of it is the gold metallic with the ornaments. The other side is kind of a black and white random pattern. I'm going to use the black and white side. And I have already stamped and cut out the Santa. Okay. Now, I know you guys have seen Festive Friends. I know you have, but I'm not doing my job if I don't show you how cute these little jokers are. I mean, so cute. We will be using all of them over the course of the next 6 days together. So just know that. All right. Let me stamp my trees first. I'm going to stamp in Shaded Spruce and Garden Green. I'm going to stamp 2 different trees. This one comes from Ornamental Christmas. This one comes from Festive Friends. Okay, so do you have to have different trees from different sets? No, you don't. But that's what Melissa did, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to stamp here. And you really want to make sure you go down and up because this stamp is one, see, it's got a big border around there. You see the ink on it? If you do that little twist thing, you're out of luck. You're not going to be good. But what you can do, there we go, is go off the edge of the paper. That's not a problem. Okay, so those were my garden green. I'll set that aside. And in honor of Cher's question, I will use my Stampin' Scrub. Clean, dry. Boom. Okay, and now I'm going to take the Shaded Spruce and do the other tree. And this joker's just going to kind of overlay. All right, so There. And again, it doesn't matter that you're like, oh, it's crooked. It doesn't matter, all right? That's not what this is about. There. And besides, you don't know that it's crooked. For all we know, the wind is blowing in the forest. We don't know, right? So, oh, one more time. Here for sure. I'm here for you. 1, 2. Seriously, this is all we had in the back in the day. And every time I open it up, I don't know if scents do things for you guys, like smells. Every time I open this up, it is 22 years ago. That's how long I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. In February, it'll be 23 years. But it's 22 years ago, and I remember all of that, you know? So, I don't know. Y'all didn't ask about that. Okay, so we got that. Let me go on and take this now. I'm going to stamp Be Jolly. And Be Jolly comes from the Ornamental Christmas stamp set. I'm going to stamp that in Shaded Spruce on this soft seafoam arch. So this is from the Arches dies. I don't know what it's called. Adorable Arches, All the Arches. Stampin' Up! Likes alliteration. Alliteration arches. So Jennifer Vanderwecken says her favorite wipes for cleaning stamps are Kirkland's ones. Very good to know, like from Costco. That's good. Okay. Elizabeth, I'm glad you liked that box. I did too. Wait till you guys see the rest of the stuff coming this week. All right. Be Jolly is going on the end of this arch. Okay. There we go. And again, I always get a little nervous. Yet you can see I got a little ink there, but it's going to be fine. Okay. Come on. There we go. I'll set that aside. Okay, guess what? It's color time. Normally, I do not like to color with you guys because I'm like, nobody wants to watch me color. Until I was watching a video and somebody colored and I was like, okay, that's kind of relaxing. So, you know what? I'm going to grab a baby wipe and wipe that ink off right there. That was just waiting to make a mess. Okay. So I'm using the blends. I'm using the Real Red right now. And you know, our blends come in a pack of 2, both a light and a dark. You've seen me color. You know I'm not the best colorer. I'm not the best for that kind of thing, the techniques. But you know what I think? I think a lot of us aren't the best at it. And so what I like to encourage people to do is just try your best. So I start off with the light first. I kind of outline, and then I fill in. You know, there's 2 tips, the brush tip and the fine tip, and I'm using the fine tip. It's not really a fine tip, but it's finer than the brush tip, I guess is what I'm saying. And outlining, and then I'll grab my brush one and fill it in. And again, I always start with the light, and then I go back and accent with the dark. Now, some people will tell you exactly the opposite, and they're probably people more talented than me. So you do you. And that's the beauty of this. You do you. But now I'll take the dark, and I'll kind of outline. And I just trace the outlines that the artists who designed these stamps do. And I only do one side. I do the left side. Why? I don't know. Somebody said something about the sunshine somewhere and it's the left. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to take the light black now, and I'm going to do Santa's gloves and his pants. Santa appears to have lost his feet. There appear to be no feet on Santa, but he's Santa, he's magic, and maybe he doesn't need feet. I don't know. I would also say that you could use basic gray for this. Basic gray is a color I use a lot in lieu of black because sometimes I think the black is too harsh. In this case, I don't, but sometimes I do. Now, I don't know if you knew this or not, but we have another set of blends. There are 2 blends that come, but they're not the light and the dark. It's an ivory and a bronze, and it's beautiful for skin tones. I'm going to use the ivory here for Santa, but you could use the bronze. It's up to you. We have other like skin tone colors that come in numbers, like 700, 800, whatever. I know those mean something to somebody, but not to me. So I like the ivory and the bronze. That makes it pretty easy for me to know what I want to do with skin color there. Okay? So I've colored the Santa. I am going to take a little wink of Stella, though. You know, this is the glitter pen. And I am going to put some Wink of Stella, and you guys probably aren't going to see this. Wink of Stella is one of those things. It just doesn't show up beautifully until you see it up close. But some glitter comes out of this, and let me just see. I mean, I can see it, but I know you guys can't. A little bit. Let me see. No, you really can't see it, but it's there. You just got to trust me on that, okay? So a little bit of Wink of Stella on the white part. You know what? Santa's ears. I didn't color Santa's ears. That's an unfortunate miscue. I'm coming, Santa. There we go. Well, now the sample I made doesn't have it either. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so I've got Santa done. Now, we're just putting everything together. Okay, so we've got the card here. We've got our background here. We've got these two pieces. I am going to angle the edges of these. Grab my snips again. I know, here they are. All right. Angle edge. Angle edge. And when I adhere it, I'm kind of going to put it on a little bit, not a big one, a little bit of a diagonal. Enough of a diagonal so you don't think I made a mistake, but not like a huge diagonal. And then I will snip the edge of this, snip, snip, same thing, kind of overlap it a little bit. There we go, like so. Then I'll take my tag that I've stamped on and take dimensionals. You guys, I haven't used dimensionals until now, have I? No, I have not. Okay. I know you're like, Julie, you got ink on the back. Do you know how many people look at the back of a dimensional tag? Exactly 0. So it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, this is going to go on, again, just a little bit of a diagonal. And then for the sentiment, be jolly, I'll put adhesive on this side and a dimensional on this side. Now, if you got the kit, you got all sorts of cardstock. So you have enough cardstock to do all of these tags, all this stuff I'm using scraps for, the Santa. You've got plenty. Okay, so no worries on that. Now, look at me, we're going to town on dimensionals. Santa dimensionals. Okay. And Santa will go right here. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, we need another bow. Back to the green and white chevron. Now, remember, you know, with me and bows, I'm not skimping on ribbon. What do I say? Life is too short to fight with ribbon. I'm not doing it. So you might be like, she's wasting ribbon. She is choosing to waste ribbon. Okay. That guy's going to go there. So my dimensionals, where'd they go? You guys, how does this happen? Here they are. Things are just right here. I mean, just here. And then all of a sudden, there they go. I know you guys probably experience that in your crafting too. Okay. There's that. And then I'll trim it a little bit more now that I have it on the card. Then the last thing is, you guys know, we're going to put some of those deer dots right back on here, some of those gems. This time, I'm going to use the green. I'm going to do 3 of them. I'm going to do 1 large. Now, my card club last month, they got these in their card club kit. They always get, well, they don't always get, most times they get a half a pack of paper, a roll of ribbon, and a package of gems. And the card club cards for this month would actually be really great if you used these darling dots with it again. So that is this card. Isn't that cute? Now, of course, you would cut a piece of white and put it on the inside, and you could do a little stamping there if you wanted to, but that's something that you guys know how to do. Lisa said, a beautiful card and box. You are cooking supper and watching. I love that. I love that I made it in your kitchen. See, Mark would say at least you made it in somebody's kitchen. That's whatever, Mark. Let me pull the camera back up and talk to y'all for a minute. That's my outside. Ooh, doesn't the sky look pretty? All right, there we go. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So I will show you the projects one more time. Here's the card that we just completed. Okay. And here's the box that we completed. Okay. So here's how this works. Tomorrow I'll come back and I'll do 2 more projects. And whose projects am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I am doing Deb Smeeks. Okay, Deb Smeeks projects tomorrow. Now here's what you need to know. 1, if you want this 32-page tutorial, you can get it. Okay, it's $25. I will have a link to get the tutorial in my description here, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description below. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my glasses. Well, I'll just wear these for now. Okay, the other thing is, if you're like, I really like that tutorial, but I'm also kind of excited about that Black Friday sale, and I don't want to spend all that, I don't want to do both. Well, if you place a $75 order in my store between today, well, actually it was yesterday and Friday, I'll say November 30th. That's a week from now, okay? I will send you the tutorial for free. I will also send you a new embellishment, and by new, I mean one that hasn't been used. It may be retired, but it'll still be new, okay? It won't be used. And 5 completed cards ready for you to send out to somebody. So that's what I've got going this week, and I'm going to say it all week long, all week long. It's a perfect thing to combine with the Stampin' Up! Black Friday special. If you're interested in that, you can do that. It's totally up to you. I do want to show you one last thing, though, that has nothing to do with the Stampin' Up! Or the Santa's Workshop Craft Along. But my buddy Rhonda and I, we partner up, and we do a number of different things. And so right now, we are in the middle of taking registrations for our winter Creating for Christ retreat. It's a faith-based retreat, but the projects are amazing for anybody. I'm going to show you, each day I'm going to show you just one, okay? Just one. So this is one of the cards that you're going to make. We're using the Love and Wonder set, and this one, may your day be full of magic. Ah, magic. Look, may your day be full of magic. What? So I'm going to put all the information, or a link for you to find out all the information about that in the description as well. So that's what I have right here. Boom, 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 boom. I hope that you guys had fun with me. I had fun with you. And I love Craft Along Week because we're going to get to make a lot of stuff. Now, I will say by Friday, I might be like, y'all just make it. But for now, I'm enthused. So there you go. I hope you had fun. I hope that you learned something. And tomorrow, checking to see if there's any more comments I need to address. Tomorrow, I will be live again at 2 o'clock with 2 more projects. Yay. Pat said she's excited. I'm so glad. Guys, thanks again for stopping by. I always say we are a small little corner of the internet. I am not the demonstrator that has thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, but who I have is quality. We are quality. Oh, side note, do you know I am only 7 people away from having 5,000 YouTube followers? So I guess that is kind of thousands and thousands. If you have not followed me at Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva on YouTube, please do, because I'd really like to get that 5,000. It's an even number, you know? It's an even number. So, okay, my friends, that's what I've got. I'll see y'all later. Have a fantastic night. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Bye-bye.